Hello there, friends. Welcome to Start Early Today. Welcome to Tao Sessions. I'm reading chapter 16, notes of the Stephen Mitchell Tao Te Ching translation. It was gifted to me by a good friend, so let's get into it. Empty your mind. This doesn't mean suppress your thoughts, but step back from them. Insight into the Tao has nothing to do with the intellect and its abstractions. When we step out of self-consciousness, we step into the Tao. Lin Ching-si said, "The mind is originally empty, and only when it remains empty without grasping or rejecting can it respond to natural things without prejudice. It should be like a river gorge with a swan flying overhead. The river has no desire to retain the swan, yet the swan's passage is traced by its shadow, without any omission. Another example is a mirror will reflect all things perfectly, whether they are beautiful or ugly. It never refuses to show a thing, nor does it retain the thing after it is gone. The mind should be as open as this." Does this sound anti-intellectual? But we can also listen to Einstein. The scientist's religious feeling takes the form of a rapturous amazement at the harmony of natural law, which reveals an intelligence of such superiority that, in comparison with it, all the systematic thinking of human beings is an utterly insignificant reflection. This feeling is the guiding principle of his life and work, so we can see the intersection of science, quantum physics, nature, and the Tao. The Tao is the all-knowing wisdom that's been there for ages, and the Tao is contained in all things and in every human being too. So to know that you are more expansive and vast than your personality, than your name, than your label and role in this material world, is part, and it's our duty, our responsibility to know that we are so much bigger than what we think we are. We've gone addicted to thinking. We always think, we always calculate, we always put our attention, our vital life force towards the past and the future, and it has been said that all suffering stems from remembrance of a past and an anticipation of a future that is non-existent. May you be empowered by the presence of here, of now, of just is, of the reality that is faced in front of you. Each and every present moment contains a lesson that needs integration for your gradual becoming, for your gradual blossoming, like a plant or an animal but I think the human being is the most beautiful organism that there is, because our minds are so beautiful and it can travel to the outer the edge of the universe and back here as you wash your dishes and as you walk and trek the park with your dog. You can make real of your ideals if you embody this power and not let external circumstance or other people's behavior govern you. Let go of comparing. Let go of your addiction to analytics, being too analytical and compartmentalizing and identifying things. Open yourself to the unknown. That's the lesson of the Tao. To be comfortable in the unknown, because the Tao knows it. And you know parts of it, or a glimpse of it. We know the tip of the iceberg, but we do not really know the bottom, which is much more held in groundedness, correctness, and may I be so poetic, love, my friend. So to empty your mind, This does not mean to suppress your thoughts, but you can step back from it. Take a deep inhale and take a step back, or rise above and see things as they are, that you're just a human being thinking. You're thinking about this, and in your thinking, your biology reacts to it, and you can take another step back and ask, is this nourishing to my nervous system? Is this helpful for my circulatory system? Is this bringing forth the most creative version of myself? So this skill of taking a step back, seeing things for what they are, having a universal perspective on things, seeing the bigger picture, is a really great skill to master and to practice. Because sometimes we attend a retreat or we buy an expensive course and we think we got it, and then the next moment we're once again entangled into the maze of the brain. So what I always say, which I got from the teacher Paramahansa Yogananda, is to be engaged but not entangled, to know the difference between mindless passivity, not caring, and caring with caring with wisdom, caring deeply with equal-mindedness, holding both sides, holding duality, knowing that the opposite of everything is also true. Thinking makes it so. So to know that skills in thinking can be developed, and skills in non-thinking can be developed, to become aware that you're thinking and to not be attached to your thoughts. That is the gem here. That is the nail we're driving at. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that you are thinking. And once you know that you are thinking, you'll know that your beliefs might be crooked in a way, because things can be perceived in billions of ways. As much as how many people are there, that's how many perspectives there are. And to impose your perspective onto a circumstance and onto a thing is not very beneficial. Or shall I say, you can watch if it works for you. You can watch if you continue to fit the round peg in a square hole, you know. Do you always do this? Do you always bang your head on a hard surface only it feels good when you stop? Come on. We are smarter than that, and that's why I'm here to help you. And this is a way for me to help myself as well. So learn the skill of emptying your mind. It's not suppressing thoughts. It's not wrestling against the nature of the brain. The nature of the brain is to process information. It's a supercomputer. Once you're awakened, it processes millions of information at a fathomably big amount per second. And you can always return to the emptiness of the mind. Think of it as a big concert or banquet hall, and every thought is a visitor. Or my favorite is a vast sky, and the clouds, they're just your thoughts. You can choose to mingle with it. You can choose to communicate with it, have relationships with it, but its nature is mostly ungraspable. It is unidentifiable, and it is fleeting. Everything is fleeting. Once again, the lesson in impermanence. Everything is impermanent. Your life is impermanent. It will just go on into a bigger life. Okay? So the mind is originally empty, and only when it remains empty without grasping nor rejecting can it respond to natural things. Natural things are the real things in life. Go to the core of the matter. Go to what your life is really about. Go into the heart of the squirrel, my friend, and go to the naturalness of a rainbow. Yesterday we had a glimpse of a rainbow while having a Memorial Day dance party, and it was just so cool being with people that are just so happy. And allowing the Tao of music run through their limbs and their smiles and their open hearts. You can see people hugging and they're just dancing and grooving, and it reminds me the power, the true power of music. And going back to the Tao, let go of judgment. May today be a day of non-judgment, for if you judge something, you already have started to pick a side in duality, and it will never win, because the white cannot take over the black and the black cannot take over the white. It's the existence of both. It's the dance of both, and to see them as one. To put it simply, things that you like and things that you don't like are both true, and they are both happening. And to attach yourself to only the things that you like and to not give honor to the truth of its opposite will make you deluded and drunk. You can take drunkenness as an example. I used to be a drunk, literally, and it clouded my consciousness because I only preferred to be in that state of superficial joy. But reality is, you need to face the morning that is not drunk, and it's so hard to pick up the pieces. And it has been my life's work to stay in equanimity of both, to hold the joy and to also hold its opposite, and to breathe with it, to befriend it with compassion. It reminds me the 4 abodes of the Buddha, which is karuna, compassion, metta, loving kindness, mudita, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, upeksha. So everything's within, my friend, and the most simplified teaching that there is the Tao. So be like the river, even though that the bird is flying over it. The river contained the bird through the reflection, but it does not lord it over. It does not grasp it or embrace it or try to own it. It's also a good reminder to watch your attachment to things that you own. Are you being owned by the things that you own? See, it will defeat the purpose. It's mostly the feeling that we are after rather than the thing. So know the difference between the map and the territory, the food and the menu, the money and the wealth. You know, they're 2 different things. You are wealthy. You know, get the message. Get the message. Ding, ding, ding. What's being taught here? What's the lesson here? And to be gracious in all the teachings, no matter how it is expressed and impressed on you. Because if we're not seeking these lessons, the universe will knock us down. And for me, the learning, if it's intrinsically motivated, is better than a catastrophe shall happen for us to learn a thing. This is Earth School. Welcome, my friend, to Earth School. And I like to point towards the example here that we read, which is a mirror. Mirror reflects the good and the bad, and to not feel anything about the good and the bad, but yet to honor it. Honor and acknowledge and know the next best step towards more life, towards more courage, towards more creativity, instead of judging it. Everything is just in their most interesting place at the right time at this moment, and it is by the decree of the Tao that it is happening in that way, and everything that happens should happen because it did, and it's willingly to be poetic, exploding into various fractals of perfect proportions of many colors. And that's you. Bong! It goes back to you sitting here listening to me. And may your mind be expanded, and may you Be through the Tao, be the greatest expression of what you are, and it is your responsibility and duty, and it can be undreaded, it can be loved. The discovery of who you are can be fun, colorful, and joyful. So to try new things and resonate, and be mindful and watch what resonates inside you. So what brings you more joy and aliveness, and transfer that into how it helps people, how it helps a certain thing for it to be uplifted, to be more of itself, that is constructive. We are equipped with a mind, limbs, you can write, and the teachers are there. They're all there. It has never been so easy. With a touch of a screen, you get what you need to be. And what does that look like for you? Now that's up to you. If you need some guidance, hit me up in the comments and we'll jam it out. We'll do some riffing together, and you might open up a door of a new world that has been waiting for you. And even Einstein, even scientists are bedazzled with this thing of nature, and you cannot truly understand it. You can just feel it and surrender to it. And with that, my friend, I wish you the best day of your life, and it's only up to you. No matter what you're going through, the Tao is it, and you are it, and you can choose to feel however you want to feel. You are allowed. If you're addicted to resent, guilt, grief, and all that things, and drama and trauma, that's up to you. Maybe you're enjoying it. Maybe you're still in the phase of banging your head on the wall. But maybe you can try stopping. Maybe you can try switching to a different perspective. Just try. Out of playfulness, try. Try to become the gracious person that you are. Let's finish with a inhale and an exhale. That's it for today. Namaste.